Here are the 5 components to focus your attention on when shopping for a cell phone. In this video, I am using 3 cell phones to illustrate the examples of these 5 components. They are the Motorola Moto G Power 5G, the OnePlus Nord N30 5G Unlocked, and the Samsung Galaxy A54 5G, my own phone model I bought last year in July 2023. All phone prices and the locations where to buy each of them are detailed in the description box below. With that said, let's get started. First up, the display screen. The ideal display screen size is between 6.4 inches to 6.7 inches. Granted, some people would prefer the 6.8 inch size, and that's okay, but most people rather have a comfortable sized phone in their hands so they can operate it with one hand, scrolling, swipes, tapping to open apps, and so forth. At the minimum screen size of 6.4 inches, you ensure yourself a decent screen to body ratio of about 80% screen viewership. 6.5 to 6.7 inch screens tend to have a screen to body viewership ratio of 85% or slightly higher. The screen size sets the table for the next 3 factors of this first point. They are your pixel resolution, your color PPI rate, and your screen's refresh rate. The pixel resolution of your display is key because it significantly improves quality by increasing the number of pixels in an image. The higher the pixel resolution, the finer the picture details, smoother gradients, and crispier edges, resulting in a more realistic and visually pleasing representation. Take a look at this chart. This chart breaks down the screen quality type and its associated pixel resolution you can expect to receive in your phone. As you can see, the lowest is the basic high definition or HD screen quality with a pixel resolution of 1280 by 720 pixels. That's average. This is the screen resolution of the Motorola Moto G Power 5G phone recently released for budget price shoppers and buyers. The OnePlus Nord N30 5G Unlocked has a full HD, fully high definition LCD screen display with a pixel resolution of 2400 by 1080 pixels. The Samsung Galaxy A54 5G has the Super AMOLED display with a pixel resolution of 1080 by 2340. PPI, pixels per inch, is a measure of how many pixels are displayed per inch of an image. The benefit is the result of how sharp of your picture image is. PPI ranges as low as 300 PPI to as much as 521 PPI, which has been measured in the Galaxy S20 Note. Take a look at this PPI chart breakdown. The last key factor regarding your display screen is its refresh rate. The refresh rate is the number of times per second a screen updates its image measured in hertz. A higher refresh rate results in smoother motion and less motion blur, which can be especially noticeable when watching fast-paced videos or playing games on your phone. It is my humble opinion that you should not buy a cell phone with a 60 Hz refresh rate. This is the refresh rate of budget tablets on the market currently, and that's the minimum standard for them. The minimum lowest for your cell phone should be 90 Hz refresh rate. All of these example model cell phones here has a refresh rate of 120 Hz. Here's a side-by-side comparison chart of the 3 sample cell phones and their respective specs for their display screen. Cameras. Everybody loves a good picture shooter and video recorder in a cell phone. I mean it, let's face it. This is the very key component of the cell phone many people focus on. The first critical point for cameras are the magnification of the camera lens for both the rear main and front selfie cameras. Typically, Most phones, from the mid-range price phones, your $350 to $600 price range phones, to the high-end phones, have the large megapixel camera lens that's 50 megapixels and up. The rear main triple camera typically has a 50 megapixel wide lens. The ultra-wide lens typically has a megapixel range from 2 megapixels to 50 megapixels with an average wide angle lens field of view of 110 degrees to 125 degrees. And the macro lens typically has a range from 2 megapixels to 50 megapixels with a telephoto zoom application of 3x to 10x zoom. Now, your front selfie cameras have a range of 13 megapixels to 64 megapixels wide angle lens. Now, all the hype about camera megapixels are important, no doubt. It's definitely needed for great quality pictures and video recordings. Yet here are 3 factors to cameras I'd like to spotlight for a few moments: electronic image stabilization, or EIS, optical image stabilization, or OIS, and phase detection autofocus, also referred to as PDAF or PDAF. Electronic image stabilization, EIS, provides smooth video in situations where a camera is subject to vibrations. The result? Clear and precise images, even in scenes with lots of motion. Optical image stabilization, OIS, is a mechanical technology that uses a camera's lens to stabilize images and videos, reducing the effects of camera shake and motion blur. OIS is especially useful when taking pictures with a telephoto lens or when zoomed in, as even small movements can cause significant blurring. Phase detection autofocus, or PDAF, to put it simply, it means to have a specific autofocus sensor that estimates the distance of the subject, and the lens is then focused on that distance. Take a look at our 3 phone examples and their camera configurations and breakdowns on their EIS, OIS, and PDAF or PDAF factors. When it comes to battery size, you don't want anything less than a 5,000 mAh battery. Anything less is flat out, downright disrespectful with today's technology. A LiPo-ion battery type that typically has 2 days of battery life is acceptable. Now, when it comes to recharging, most phones will come with a 35 to 40 watt battery adapter for wired recharging. This typically gets your phone fully charged in about an hour and a half, 90 minutes. And potentially 50% of your battery will be recharged within 45 minutes. Wireless recharging right now is a standard 15 watt capability. And if reverse wireless recharging is available, it is 10 to 15 watts capable. Our 3 phone examples all have 5,000 mAh batteries. Battery lifetime and recharging adapters vary. RAM and storage capacity. Here's where we get down to the meat and potatoes of the components of a cell phone. Yes, we want our pictures, our videos, our music, our gaming apps, and so forth. In order to have these items I just stated, we're going to need good RAM and good storage capacity and capability. Now, RAM is the volatile memory that allows us to access information, add or write new information or data, and use both simultaneously as needed and when necessary. The gigabytes helps to determine how much of information or data we can grab, use, and access at a single given time. Best rule of thumb here: buy no phone with just 4 gigabytes of RAM. This is a sheer waste of time and money in our current technology space we are in this world. The minimum RAM should be 6 gigabytes of RAM in your phone. Now, to make things attractive to us as customers, consumers, shoppers, and buyers, Manufacturers have been using a sliding scale type of RAM feature in modern phone models today. Some phones will allow you to adjust the RAM usage in settings from either 6 GB to as much as 12 GB of RAM in some phone models. I recommend a cell phone with at least 6 GB of RAM with the potential of being scaled up to 8 GB of RAM. This range you will typically find in most of the mid-range phones on the market today, priced between $400 to $800 USD. Typically, our higher end level phones will have RAM from 8 GB to 12 GB of RAM, but the price tag for the phone is significantly higher, as we all know too well. Internal storage and microSD card slot storage. Boy, oh boy, one of my favorite pet peeve areas of a cell phone is storage. Now, for most people, their favorite part of their phone is the camera. Mine is here, the storage space. Why? Because I'm into serious customization of my phone, installing only the apps I want, removing all the bloatware crap apps from Google, the manufacturer like Samsung, Pixel, Motorola, etc., and the phone service providers apps. My music, my video lists, my entertainment and learning videos, and my Monopoly game. Hey, some of you all are into chess or solitaire, Tetris, or something else. Me, I'm a Monopoly guy in my phone. City of Heroes, Homecoming, MMO, RPG, hero and video game online in my computer. Okay, the industry is stuck on the minimum amount of storage being 128 GB of space. But please, 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 good people, know that this is a pure 128 GB. User availability space we typically get at the time of purchase is about 110 GB of free user space. The other 18 GB have been used up for what I mentioned earlier. So, most budget to high-end phones will provide a phone with the minimum storage capacity of 128 GB. The budget and mid-range phone models will typically offer a microSD card slot up to 1 TB in size. The higher-end phone models don't offer a microSD card slot at all. Rather, they will offer you the option to buy a high gigabyte storage phone for a higher price tag, of course. So what's my pet peeve with all of this? Number one, higher level phones won't provide a microSD card slot at all. Second, higher level phones will price gouge you for more money for more storage. This is criminal to me. Thirdly, they don't have the decency to tell you how much user space is available to you. Not on the website, not if they put an owner's manual in the phone for you to access. Nowhere. Fourth, some will provide you with the option of 2 to 5 GB of cloud space for a nominal monthly fee. But you will only learn of this if you scroll down the bottom of their websites and read all the very fine print there. You may find it. No promises. Look, high-end phones is a person's prerogative. Your choice. You worked hard for your money. Spend it how you like, right? It's yours. I do reviews on high-end phones because my SRT community family wants to stay abreast of their buyer and consumer options on the market. I want them updated and well-informed as well too. No bias. Now, here's a breakdown comparison of our 3 phones for this video regarding their RAM, storage, and microSD card slot availability. My last key component for this video is in the area of operational system or OS upgrades and security upgrades. We simply need to know how many of each by number. The worst package here is one OS upgrade with 2 to 3 years of security upgrades. You will typically find these on very low dollar budget phones like 150 to 250 USD price range. The problem is the 1-year OS upgrade. OS upgrade changes relatively faster than they did years before, so this phone will be made obsolete faster than you want. It may be suitable for a small child to have as a means of communication for emergencies with their parents. Yet you don't want to keep buying the child a new phone every other year or so either. Now, the minimum package is 3 years OS upgrades with 3 years of security upgrades. This package is pretty good in my opinion because of the 3 years of operational system upgrades. We will soon see Android devices being upgraded to Android 15 operational system. If you are buying a new phone right now with Android 14 and have 3 years of OS upgrades, this will take your device to Android 17 before you will have to buy another phone. This is a quality bang for your buck deal. The best package is 4 years OS upgrades with 5 years of security upgrades. This is the package I have currently on my Galaxy A54 5G that I bought last July in 2023 to upgrade my phone from the LG K51 I have of about 3 years. My operating system at the time of purchase was Android 13. It has been upgraded to 14 and soon it will be upgraded to Android 15 with 2 more operating system upgrades in the future, and 5 years of security upgrades is excellent. Let these 5 key components serve you as a rule and guide in your shopping for a cell phone that serves and fits your needs. As I track the industry standards for cell phones and begin to see a shift, a change, or rapid uptick in these areas, I will come back with an updated video that underscores the technology pivots and highlight the new standards in the industry as they become the new commonplace benchmark. Share your thoughts below in the comments. How are you going to utilize this guide for you, your loved ones, and your family? What key components stood out to you the most of the 5 and why? Would you like to see me apply this guide style to tablets and laptops and computers? Let me know. Talk to you again soon. Thanks for watching.